Welcome back to Boston has entered the chat. Okay, George, now we know the aftermath. The Roman Empire out for the rest of the regular season. We've talked about it. We started the show with it. We heard from Roman himself, okay? Yep. Now let's sort of spin it forward here and talk about expectations for this Red Sox team without Roman the rest of the way, at least in the regular season. There's a lot of paths you can go here. Do they, the bed and miss the postseason? Do we all feel now, okay, this is just a wild card team. It is what it is. Are they still going to win the division, as many of you believe? In fact, call us, 617-790-0928. Get in this convo. George and I like talking with you, not at you. Where are you now that Roman Anthony is out for the rest of the regular season?
This is still a lineup that's top-heavy in a good way with veteran bats, excluding Ceddanne Rafaela, but we've seen what he's done this year. Mm-hmm. They still have Alex Bregman and Trevor Story, who both have been fantastic for them defensively and obviously in the batter's box this season. Jarren Duran, with his ups and downs, has been really good. Ceddanne Rafaela, with his ups and downs, has been fantastic and really emerging as a superstar. Mm-hmm. There's a depth in certain spots, but that is such an important bat that was hitting leadoff. And you even saw the trickle-down effect, where Jarren Duran, where was at one point a good leadoff hitter, we really saw him flourish and refine his groove, hitting deeper in the lineup in those 5 through 7 spots. And that was because of Roman Anthony. And Alex Bregman having more success because he, protected Roman Anthony, and Roman Anthony protected him when you have two really good batters back-to-back. This is such a significant bat. He's been top 10 in all of baseball. He's been one of the best hitters in baseball.
Significant.
Since he found his groove in early July.
Yes.
So you are losing, I'll say, their best bat. And I can't believe I would say that with Alex Bregman in the lineup. But because Bregman is there, I think they will be okay. This is still a team that makes the playoffs. This is still a team that I think can win the wild card because of their pitching staff setup, Crochet, Bayo, and Giolito. Right. You have 3 really good pitchers. You need to win 3 games to advance through the wild card round. Beyond that, what will it be? Because that's when, how does Peyton Tolley look? Is Kyle Harrison's ankle okay? Because as you saw with the bullpen yesterday, how thin they can be. Brendan Bernardino, Jordan Hicks not working out, Steve Matz being wasted early on in the game. Zach Kelly held it down. But is Zach Harrison's ankle going to be okay where he can be somewhat of a relief pitcher and maybe a spot starter in the postseason, a long-term outgetter? But when it comes to this lineup, you're not going to replace a Roman Anthony bat. Even when Willie Abreu is back, you're not going to replace the Roman Anthony bat. You're going to hope to supplement it in some way. They still make the playoffs, in my opinion, because that would be a crazy choke if they don't. I mean, they're 4.5 games up in the top wild card spot, tied with the Yankees.
Yeah, but they're
just behind the Blue Jays in the division, tied with the Yankees.
Here, I'll give you the numbers now since we're having the combo and I'm looking at it, okay? Not to cut you off. Wild card right now, they're tied for the top spot. 3.5 back from the Blue Jays now. But just because I'm looking at this, I'm going to bring it up. And you said it would be a major choke job if they don't make the playoffs. I think we can all agree. May the show say amen. However, this wild card race behind them and the Yankees and the Mariners are tighter than anything. Like, Rangers are there, Royals are there, Rays are there. So it's possible. I know we don't like to talk about it, but if this team is to, the bed, it is possible they don't make the postseason. I happen to agree with you. I was always in that wild card range. I never felt like they were going to win the division. I also now am not sure if they're going to be the top wild card spot. I really do. I think this injury is enough where they're going to get in, but they're not going to be the top dog in terms of the wild card, which does matter when it comes to home field for that first matchup. But I will say this. I still think even without Roman Anthony, if I'm another AL team that has to take on the Red Sox, I'm worried. Like, this is a young, scrappy team led by Alex Bregman, the champion, the veteran, the leader. Alex Cora, OG, been there, done that. This team worries me. If I'm a team in the AL, I'm saying, this isn't the dominant NL where you can name 4 or 5 teams at the top. In the American League, it is more wide open, although we have seen the Tigers start to kind of turn it around. But they're a young team, too. So if I'm an American League team, I don't give a damn if the Red Sox win the division or if they're the last wild card spot. I don't want to see them because I know it's a tough out. I still, though, I'll be honest, bro, like, I already felt like this team was ahead of schedule based on how they're constructed. And I still feel that way. I am looking at this season, and I'm not saying that I'm waving the white flag here. I'm not doing that. But if this team does make the postseason, we're right, and they're a wild card team, and they flame out, I'm okay. I'm going to sleep fine at night because the future is bright as hell.
Yes.
You need shades. It's so bright. They're going to be just fine. The championship window is open now because of the American League and because this is a scrappy team. And look, quite frankly, the style in which they play does bode well, actually, for the playoffs. Now, we wish that rotation was deeper in terms of starting pitching, obviously, but the scrappy, low scoring.
They need to buy into that, though, because we've seen, like, the swing that Roman Anthony got injured on was swinging for the fences.
Yeah.
And we've seen time and time again, bases loaded, no outs, and they come up empty-handed.
Yeah.
They need to play small ball now. They need to lock in.
They do.
Advancing runners.
They have to embrace
unsexy
that.
baseball.
Yeah.
But if you're winning 3-2, because you have Crochet starting.
That's playoff baseball.
And exactly, that's when the games get tighter. And teams like that lack the talent, because this team as is, with Roman Anthony, did lack talent in the lineup compared to the other heavy hitters in the AL. When it comes to hitting, that when you lack the talent, you got to make things simple and you got to play smarter. Because I trust the rotation. Now, like Cam Schlittler, what he's been for the Yankees, his last 3 starts, 6 or more innings pitched, just 1 earned run over his last 3 starts. He's been a revelation for them to pair up with Max Fried when they don't have a Garrett Cole. And that Yankees lineup is deeper, more power. But if you can play small ball and you beat them that way, because we see time and time again in the playoffs, Yankees swing and misses at a high pace, and they falter for that. I trust the rotation. To your point, though, and here's the thing with Roman Anthony, what's tough with this injury, I wish it was a calf strain like what Willie Abreu has instead of an oblique strain. He can't swing a bat.
No.
And a guy that's 21, that's been as hot as he has, with a brand new routine and finding himself being comfortable at the major league level, you need to keep doing what you're doing. He cannot swing a bat. And if there's any part of him, when he goes back to any part of pain, discomfort, what have you, the Red Sox will shut him down. To your point, the future is bright. The window is now to win championships. From now,
it just opened.
Exactly.
Yep.
For quite some time.
Yes.
With Crochet under extension, Bayo, now Roman Anthony, Cedon Rafael, all of this. Aroldis Chapman not going anywhere either. Garrett Whitlock here. Like the window has just opened for the championship.
Yes, it has.
There's no guarantee we're going to see Roman Anthony wear a uniform again this season. Yeah. That's what stinks. I wanted a playoff series win, but there also is a reality, how banged up the pitching staff is, how much they'll be relying on young arms like Tolle and possibly Kyle Harrison as well, how Jordan Hicks hasn't worked out yet this season. We'll see if he can correct anything and just get some command on his fastball and go there. This is a team that overperformed at this point. The window is now just opening on what they can do past this.
Here's where Alex Cora is the X factor in all this, and I'm going to give you a key word that I'm going to lock in on: galvanize. And here's what I mean. Okay, so Roman Anthony's out. It felt like the world was ending yesterday, and they played like it in that finale against the Guardians. But moving ahead, Alex Cora obviously has a pulse of this team. And he can say, hey, we don't have our guy. You can go any direction you want. Let's win it for him. No one believes in us now. Whatever he wants to do there, right? So you galvanize the guys. I think the road trip helps. I think the Diamondbacks and the A's on that road trip helps. Get away, go beat the hell out of these teams, feel good, get the juju back, and keep marching, right? So that's one way. The other way is, George, if they make the ALCS and Roman Anthony is back, oh my God, that's a shot in the arm. Oh, he's back in the lineup. Here we go. We're going to the World Series is what that means. You can galvanize there. So I think there's a couple spots here where Alex Cora can cook up and do what he always does and manage the hell out of this team and use this to their advantage, even though it's a disadvantage. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. And that's part of just like what they rally around. And they have Alex Bregman, they have Trevor Story. This is where you rely on those guys too. That's a big part of it. They'll have the confidence every time Crochet takes a mound. They'll have the confidence every time Bregman or Story are in the box.
Let me ask you this before we go to break. Biggest concern for this team outside of Roman Anthony right now?
Bullpen.
Is it the rotation?
Bullpen.
Oh, it's a bullpen? Okay.
Bullpen for me.
All right. Okay.
Rotation, I'm not worried about the top of the rotation. It is the back end.
That's me. On the back end of the rotation, I'm worried.
And it's really the setup guys in the bullpen, inning 6, 7. Before you get to Whitlock, Chapman, 8, 9, that's what worries me. It's just there's no consistency there.
Hey, you had a young buck save this season in Roman Anthony. What if Peyton Tolle goes out tomorrow night and looks like he did last Friday night? I'm just saying. I'm sorry. I can't help myself.
I'd love it.
He goes out tomorrow night and looks like he did last week. Oh, well, you may have a new rook that entered the chat that could be, I'm just saying, like, that could be a guy, because we're both concerned about pitching, right, moving forward. If Tolle's the man, like we think he might be, Maybe that's the answer. I just worry about mileage and being so young and throwing so damn much at these young guys. That's all.
It's the same thing. It's going to be kid gloves.
Yes.
With Roman Anthony, with Peyton Tolle.
Yeah, it's a lot to ask. It's a lot to ask.
If it's not as a starter, if it's a guy that can get you through the 6th and 7th inning.
Right. I think it's a starter, though. That's a problem.
They need him to be that.
They need him to
That's
be
why
the
they call
guy.
him Zach Harrison, too.
That's it.